Mic check. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am your man Mark P. I am DJ Fully Loaded, and it's not a pay-per-view tonight, so what we're doing playing some Fat D&B on the airways? Well, I'll tell you, it's my man Danny Ace, my SWAT co-host. It's his birthday tomorrow, so I figured he sent me a playlist with 85 drum and bass tracks on it. Made me a mix, mate, and it's one of those I've tried so hard to get it to come together, and it's just not coming together. So I figured, since I haven't played my latest set yet, because I haven't done one of these since SummerSlam, fuck it, we'll do that instead. If you want to have some questions, let us know in the Q&A, let us know in the chat. If not, I'm just going to play this and enjoy it, because I really like this set. We started off with Is This Real Life by Ember. I'm going to play you Somewhere by TMPZ. Got loads of really, I know I don't play shit tracks in my mixes full stop, but yeah, I've got some really fucking quality tracks coming up for you, don't worry.
I'm going deeper, deeper.
How are you all doing on this Saturday night? We're here to celebrate Danny Ace's birthday. He's sat in a fire pit right now in his garden. Hey Gin Up, good to see you, man. I know that my man Aaron is going to be about, if he's not here already. If you don't want to do questions, by the way, I'll just tell you about the fucking songs I'm playing, because that works for me, doesn't it? I really hope that you enjoy this one though. Like I said, I recorded this one about 3 weeks ago, something like that. Just having the opportunity to play it because I'm away. It's my mum's birthday next weekend, you see, so I'm not sure if I'm about to watch the AEW show. Weekend after that is SummerSlam. It's not SummerSlam at all, it's fucking Survivor Series. They're very easy to mix up, aren't they? It's a Survivor Series, so I will be hopefully doing you a live set then. The set that Dan's asked for has been very gracious and given me 2 weeks extra, so I'm going to try and get it done for then. But I'm meant to be going to a live show that night for the first time in 3 years, so who knows, right? Anyway, coming up for you, Line Move by Nelva. Fucking love this track. superb question straight away there from Aaron. As Dan, have you had the pleasure of seeing the greatness that is Bob Lovelock? Yeah, I saw Bob Love last night. Very interesting because he normally does the same fucking set every time, and he played a very different set last night, so it was quite interesting. See, that's what you get for not paying attention, don't you? I managed to miss the mix point there, like an idiot. Dan, Aaron experienced the Gifford for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I'm going out with Dan in 3 weeks yesterday, and I'm going to have to do the drive in 2 stages. I'm going to drive to Broadway the night before, and then drive to Bedford, Milton Keynes, on the Friday. It's just too far to drive in one go. The perils of living in Cornwall, right? The very bottom of Cornwall. Is it like a little bit halfway up or the top of Cornwall? Right at the very bottom. There's not much further. Yeah, there's not much between here and Land's End, for fuck's sake.
I wanna be yours. I wanna be yours.
You told me on the night hour and then Trent said hello. It was very, very touching of him. It was very, very nice. I like Ben a lot. He's a good bloke. But you didn't go upstairs in the Gifford, did you? Ah, Danny did. He's been telling the story of me fucking trying to sing along to this random song. I think I knew all the words to it. He's got a video of it. He shows it to people regularly because he likes to embarrass me like that. I figure if I tell you about it now, you deserve the chance. What Dan's referring to there is the last ever Fight Club Pro show that I went to. The main event was a four-way elimination match, and it went down to Trent Seven versus Dan Maloney. And I was with a guy, friend of mine, Andrew Goad, at the time, and he hits the Burning Hammer, and I just jokingly went, watch this, he'll kick out at one. And the motherfucker did. And I was so angry. I can't think I've ever been angrier at anything in wrestling ever, and that includes all the fucking bullshit WCW shows I used to watch. But yeah, I remember messaging Dan. I was fucking seething. I was so cross. And Dan was exactly the same. So as is becoming my norm these days, this is a set that started off light and positive and trying to think about the changes in the leaves and things like that. And it just like as time went by, I realised that I was just weeding out all those tracks, and it was just going to be an hour of really dark bass lines and light piano and melodies, as are all of my mixes at this sort of time of year. Throughout autumn and winter, my mixes are all just so blooming dark. So yeah, this is just another dark mix. I'm taking him to the rave in Milton Keynes on the 2nd of December for his birthday. And it's going to be ridiculous because I'm 40 years old and I don't know for how long I can go at an actual rave. I danced my arse off for 40 minutes last Saturday. It was fucking great. So I was like, yeah, I can do a few hours. We've said, right, it starts at 10 o'clock. So if we get to 2 in the morning and we're still standing, I will consider that a result. How you doing, boss? Yeah, you're right. A long time. Way too long, right? See what I mean? It's just dark bass lines. Just every one of the tracks has got them. Oh dear. So the first request one that start again. The first one that I'm dedicating, Danny, this next one, Hidden Love by Dusky. I know I sent you this one about 2 months ago, and I'm like, dude, how fucking euphoric is this tune? Absolutely ridiculous bass line coming up, and to the point where, remember I said at the start, Dan sent me like 80 odd drum bass tracks, sorry, make me a mix out of these. This next one that's coming in is in that playlist of his. Yes, this next one, Danny, Hidden Love, is for you, mate. Happy birthday, dude. Da! SummerSlam 2002 is one of Dan and I's go-to shows, just because outside of Undertaker versus Test, it's pretty much perfect top to bottom, isn't it? And I'm really glad I'm glad a lot of people seem to do that. They watch a show and then they go and check out my review. With Dan and I, if we're watching a show that I've reviewed, we'll pull it up and we'll check the star ratings as we go, because I don't want to spoil it for myself, do I? But yeah, it's always interesting to see what our ratings compare, because Dan is such a harsh critic. You know, he's so much worse than I am. So it's always interesting to see what we give it now compared to what we did. Because most of the shows, of course, that I watched, when I watched a show to review it, I would be watching it with Dan. So it's always interesting to see what our scores were then and what they compared to what they are now. Like I say, Dan is so harsh. He's such a harsh. He's so harsh. Like, do you even like wrestling at all? It's that sort of harshness. If you're after some good shows from back in the day, just ask one of us, man. We'll put you in the right one. You know, we've got not only the big guns, but we know the ones in between that are like the hidden gems and things like that. You know, I think SummerSlam 2002 is quite overlooked these days because, of course, it was such a long time ago. Imagine watching if it's the equivalent, because of course it's not even possible in 2002 when it aired, watching SummerSlam 82. You know, like it's just not that guy doesn't even exist. It's that long ago though. You know, it's one of those. Dan's asking what match, off the top of my head, do I remember him giving the full 5 stars to? Right, so the first one that comes to my head is Bret and Austin, WrestleMania 13. I know for a fact you give that one 5 stars. Let me have a think. Oh look, another really dark face. Who'd have thunk it?
I'm not ready yet to let you go.
There you go. See, I've got one. And I know one that you should do, but you fucking don't, which is Rumble 2000, Character Jack vs Triple H. I don't know if you've changed your tune on that one recently, because for those who don't know, Dan gives that one 4.5 stars, because they switch out the baseball bat that's being used. There's a barbed wire baseball bat in the match, And when Cactus Jack's being hit with it, it's a real one. It's got real barbed wire on it. But apparently they switch it. There's a barbed wire bat that's got rubber barbed wire on it, like the type of stuff that we used in our Bounce for Glory match. And they switch it out about halfway through the match apparently. So when Triple H is getting hit with the barbed wire, it's not real. Now, in my world, in suspension of disbelief means that doesn't make any difference, but Dan knocks a half star off it because it's weird. But I'm intrigued to see, Dan, if you actually give it the full beans these days, or is it still 4.5 because you're a nitpicky fuck?
I'm not ready yet to let you go.
The thing with Brett versus Austin at WrestleMania 13, Aaron, is that not only is it you're a dickhead, Danny. Yeah, not only is it a great storytelling match, but it's the best double turn, it's in face to heel, heel to face turn that there's ever been, in my opinion. Because the way they did it was so clever. You know, a guest referee, it doesn't overpower them, but it does something decent. And of course, that visual Austin is fantastic.
I'm not ready yet to let you go.
Full beans from you, Danny, was first Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels match. Got to be. The Omega Okada Iron Man match. Transition, wasn't it? Wasn't that good?
I feel your arms around me when I'm must be dreaming. I feel your arms around me when I'm dreaming. Must be dreaming. I feel your arms around me when I'm dreaming. Must be.
Are there any matches that Dan gave a higher rating than Mark?
Success.
now what I think about it, Dan seems to have buggered off, so I can't say what he thinks, but Dan was a big ECW fan, and anyone who knows me knows that for the most part, I think ECW was so fucking overrated. So you get about I think the ECW product picks up massively in 2000. But you know, the hardcore, for someone who used to do backyard wrestling and relies specifically on most fucking weapons instead of actually doing any technical wrestling, you'd think I'd like the hardcore style, but it doesn't really do it for me. So I reckon there's going to be a lot of ECW matches out there that Dan will probably rate higher than me. Dan with his heel in the cell, you idiot. Dan and I have done this thing for a good few years. We call it spinner wrestling. So we've got a list of matches and we put it into one of those wheel of names apps that you can get, and it chooses a match and we watch it and then we give it a star rating. So just here's a few matches that Dan and I both agreed are 5 stars, okay? Just because why not? Let me just cue up the next track. Let's move your soul. So, like I say, we've done these over a few years, so I can tell you that Terry Funk versus Ric Flair from WCW Clash of the Champions 9 is 5 stars, as is Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat, the Chi-Town Rumble 89. With just the aforementioned WrestleMania 13 match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I prefer their Survivor Series match. I think they're both 5 stars, but I actually prefer the other match. I mean, it's to use a racing, to use a motor racing thing. They say there's a cigarette paper between them. It's that sort of, the gap is nothing. What else is a 5-star match? Steamboat versus Rude from Beach Blast 92. That's a fucking great match. Savage versus Flair from WrestleMania 8. Rock versus Triple H from Backlash 2000, and Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar from No Way Out 2004. So now you know. I'm just using a mouse and the keys, mate. I keep meaning to get a controller. I really do. I just don't think I'd use it very much, you know. It's not like I'm playing in clubs or pubs or anything. You know, it's just doing my own thing. Missing a point here, right? One time in UBW, it was me in the opening contest, and I issued an open challenge. There was another rival wrestling company called SNW, Slam National Wrestling, and it was a UBW versus SNW match, right? I come out first. Bear in mind, I'm representing UBW, and I got booed by my own fucking company. I got fucking booed. So that's why I'd say, if it was JBL versus me, JBL, who's a massive dickhead, would still get cheered, because people just can't cheer me. When I used to come out at GPW, I used to do the review, the commentary, like me and my colour commentator. I can't believe this. And the ring announcers and the referees would come out. We'd all do a little entrance together, and I'd get booed for that. Or if Bobby Cashew was the ring announcer, you guys all know, if he was like, and on league commentary tonight, it's Mark Pearson, boo! Whole fucking room's boo! And I just understand, I'm the good guy, remember? He's the dickhead.
Music gonna make me so.
Aaron's asking if any tips to being a good heel. I mean, you took the fire straight away from me there by saying about the heel beard. You know, I think just remember what your purpose is. You're there to make the other guy look good. You know, so when he makes his comeback, especially, you'll spend the majority of the match in control. But when you make your comeback, fucking hell, when he makes his comeback, or she makes her comeback, bump like a motherfucker, then they look great. I don't know, because I've always liked the cool heels, so I do like, there's a reason that people cheer Triple H, because Triple H says he's going to come out, he's going to batter you, and then does. You know what I mean? I don't know, because I never actively, well, for most of the time, I didn't actively seek boos. People just boo because I'm a dick. You know, I retired Max Carnage from the company, so people hated me for that. You know, and then I beat Johnny Magnum to retain the championship, and people hated that. So, you know. Ah, fucked it up again, haven't I? Well, I'll just talk over it so you didn't hear anything, did you? No, you didn't hear anything at all. Oh dear. That's getting distracted by a message from my wife, who's currently out with the lads, saying, "Where the fuck are you?" It's like, I'll be there at the end of this set, dear.
I'm just so bad.
There's a guy I've made friends with down here called Ruben, and a couple of Sundays ago we got really pissed together up here, and we were passing around the belt and doing promos on each other, and it was fucking brilliant. I wish I recorded some of it. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Just getting more and more fucking aggressive with each other. I walked into the pub on Tuesday night, and he was in there, and he caught a promo on me. I was just in the middle of the fucking room, caught a promo on me. And I was just like, so fucking stunned and taken back, and I fucking, sold it all good and proper. I met up with him yesterday. I was like, I need to tell you something, mate. He's like, go on. I was like, in that promo you did on me, you called me a pussy. Don't do that again. And he's like, why would you get offended by it? I was like, no, I'm not offended. You want to call me a pussy, you call me a pussy. But Mick Foley's rule is always, you've got to beat your fucking opponent up. And I was like, so if you beat me, you've beaten a pussy, great, well done, good for you. What if you lose? You lost to a fucking pussy, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Always build your opponents up. Always. It's one of my absolute golden rules. The Danny Ace, you're one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, but you're not as good as me. That's dead simple, because it builds him up. He's great. So if I lose to him, I've lost to a great wrestler, and if I win, well, I'm already great, so I've just told you how great I am, and I've proven it, haven't I? said watch our swap promos. Fucking hell. If you're watching this and haven't seen me for a while and wonder, hey, what's Mark Beaven up to? Because you know this might have just come up in your subscriptions while you've been hanging out on YouTube. Yeah, Dan and I do I was going to say a monthly. It's probably not even every 3 months, but we've done 7? No, we've done 10 episodes. 11 episodes of a little series where sometimes we'll just pick a topic, sometimes we'll pick something random, and we'll just talk wrestling for an hour. And if I do say so myself, I think they're very entertaining, and I think they are some of the best work I've ever done on YouTube. I mean, they don't have the same burning passion of an old WCW episode where I was going to give myself a fucking connery because I was so fucking angry. But they are funny. We do. One of the things I do notice about our swaps is we don't half laugh a lot. And it's I think they're great. So if you haven't seen one already, go and check one out. I propose a toast, raise a glass if you've got one. I'm going to raise a glass of delicious Cornish cock. Everyone, to Dan, happy birthday, mate. I do like having some cock in my mouth. is my man Grace. How you doing, man? Do you think Cody is going to be the one to pin Roman? I think it's going to be fucking Sami Zayn, personally. It's stuff so entertaining at the moment.
Got to be where you've had enough. You're moving far from me. It's getting hard to breathe. The fear of rising up. Feel that emotion. Feel that emotion.
I personally think if they do go with Cody winning the Royal Rumble, I really think they should keep the belt on Roman. Genuinely. Because why not? You know? For anyone who's not aware, the man Grace TV, who's in the chat right now, that's my my middle brother Craig. Craig is the guy who's responsible for the intro music for my old series, and we still use it for the SWAT to this day. Yeah, Craig made that. I'm very, very lucky to be able to use it. It's such a recognisable tune. Everyone knows a Mark P vid because that tune plays in it. I've used it for everything, haven't I? Fucking love it. Love it. It's great to have you on board, Grace. You see, giving Grace a shout out means I've messed it up and have to rewind it. Fucking A. Dan, mate, the second dedication for you for your birthday is this next one, because I would never have heard this track if it wasn't for you. Do like Peter Licks, good stuff. But yeah, this is particularly one of the ones that you sent me over the summer, so it's in the mix because of you. Don't be saying you made me on Wrestling Wrestling. Fucking Mark. Must be fucking ridiculous staying over my fucking house though, right? guys, the next one, Night Dawns, is my last track, I'm afraid, because it's Saturday night here and I'm going to have a few beers with the lads tonight. But I really hope you enjoyed this. Really hope you enjoyed this. And of course, happy birthday to you one more time. Happy birthday, Dan. We'll do it one more time anyway. So I'm going to play just remember, I'm going to play a bonus track for you at the end of the mix, just because I can. A few different listeners in tonight, so if you are if you're joining this and going, oh my god, Mark P, I haven't seen him for ages, we have made 11 videos recently, let's say recently the last 2 years, really good wrestling content. I don't just spam the fucking airways with D&B, I do make some pretty good content these days. The SWAT, oh, Ben Oakley, there you are, Ben Oakley there, Ben, nice to see you. Go and check out the SWATs, they're fucking great. Just click on my channel and just here or there, whichever one it is. Go check them out, man. They're really good. This is Night Dawns by Paul and Bryson. This is the last track of this mix. If you've enjoyed this mix, I'll be putting a link to it in on my Mixcloud and on Spotify any second in the chat.
What make you happy? I'm the same when there's no space left between me and you. Between me and you.
Gracious sent me a challenge to do a drum and bass mix that's got no vocals in it. That could be a fun one to do, couldn't it?
As the night dawns, the interference between us comes to a storm. I can hear your secrets blowing in from the north. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it?
Okay then, I'm going to leave you with one last track. It's the worst drum and bass track ever made, but it makes Dan and I smile. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join in. It's fucking Dreamland by Fox Stevens, isn't it?
With extra time, I'd like to think I would have done this better. The fact that I could ever fail never crossed my mind. Somewhere out there, hear my demons screaming now or never. I think I just crossed that line. I'm kinda done with hanging out in bottle service. You confuse me, yeah, you use me, but that's just as well. Hungry people trying to break me make me kinda nervous. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but the only thing that I know is that I'll find my way out of this wasteland, 'cause this wasteland ain't home. With extra time I could have made up better words and letters. Pale shadows of my heroes help me rule the night. Somewhere out there hear my people screaming, do it better. I'm just an echo of the things I like. I'm tired of never feeling like I'll serve a purpose. Snow on mirrors, future killers, yeah, just be yourselves. Hungry people always stressing, guessing never surface. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but the only thing that I know is that I'll find my way out of this wasteland, 'cause this wasteland ain't home.
It's so shit. Fucking hate it. But it's Dan and I's thing. That's if you're wondering.
If I don't believe in all the old gods of the new, how am I supposed to find my way? Searching the universe for something we can do, and living to fight another day. And that's okay. We're falling from on top of the tree house, and no one cares if we go. I stumble over to a policeman. He says, son, you better get back home. And everybody's laughing at me now, from their faces covered in snow. I'm trying to be the best I can be now. They say make it something we know. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but my pride will be the first thing to go. I gotta get out of this wasteland, 'cause this wasteland ain't home. Wasteland ain't
Thanks for tuning in. Really hope you've enjoyed this. Take it easy, guys.